Nice. Works. How do you like my music? We're back to the streams. We're gonna tune in, quickly check the markets, overview. Nothing too special. We'll see if we can start streaming again. Been taking some time on and off streaming. You know, holiday season sort of stuff. Slowing down. How do you like this song, eh? It's by Hale Young. Right. Let's take a peek at the Edge Finder. NASDAQ. Just so bullish, right? Overall, pretty bullish. We had, I want to see the Fed FOMC watch here. Fred. Fed watch, there it is. So if they cut rates again, that's going to be really good for the market, of course, right? So we want to see what's the percentages. Where is it here? Yeah, look. 80% chance that they're going to cut rates in December, right? So that could be a really awesome Christmas. We could be getting some more spikes up for Christmas here. I think, if I had to give a guess, I think this is going to continue up until May, when OpenAI goes public, right? OpenAI is going to go public. It's going to be overevaluated to fucking the tits, right? I am back. Yeah, I'm feeling fine. Yeah, it's been a bit, but just doing a little bit of hibernating sort of thing. It's always, it's early for me to be doing it's early for me to sometimes be streaming and whatnot, so been focused on other things in the mornings. But the market's coming back nicely today. Yeah, OpenAI is probably gonna in May of next year. Where is this? Probably it's gonna continue up here. A couple more ticks. Boom. OpenAI is gonna cause a fucking massive spike. It's gonna be overevaluated and then crash. Right. It already is overevaluated, right? Like, the AI bubble is already priced higher than what the revenue is that they're making. I think there's like a formula. What's the formula to calculate the value of a company? Right? There's like a formula. Earnings, yeah, formula value. Earnings times the multiplier, right? I don't know what the set multiplier is for like public companies, but I'm not sure what they use here. Let's just take a peek at the markets. We need to take an overall more or less peek, right? Because we haven't been doing any day trading. So obviously things bounce like right where we put things, right? For between this low and that's the next level, right? So obviously this was the buy zone, right? They're going to rally back up. You need to see where this candle, like where we see closes in the next few days. Right, but this is a really awesome candle so far. Most likely we're going to continue up for the day, but there is some rejection area here potentially. Right, so probably like there's not going to be much more for the day, if anything, right? Probably just trickle around this area. We can look at gold. Got this range sort of thing between these two levels. Let's look at 24-hour on gold here. Yeah, they're just playing that range. Gold to me looks bullish as well, more or less. Not super bullish, but you're gonna get a pretty decent close here after failing these levels and close on this side. Good chance gold continues back up to these highs. And then Bitcoin, of course. We were talking about this last week when I jumped on the one day I jumped on. What's up, Maven Shorts? We basically said if they don't hold here, they're gonna go to this, right? And that's, you know, that's true with trading all the time. Is you mark the levels. If they don't hold the one, they go to the next one. Okay. And how did we know they weren't going to hold this? Well, you could see the very obvious.
What happened, Hunter? Where did something happen?
Terrible close, right? So that's just going to continue momentum. Now you're seeing these failures to enter the zone, right? And a bounce. So there's a really good chance that this actually comes back up here to 100K. Now, I don't know if that's going to continue to the bull market. It could just come to 100K and then back down, right? But this is what I would guess maybe is we're going to at least come up here at this point. So we'll have to see if it rejects there or not. Right? And you can put it on the monthly. This would be the level, right? 100K, or that's that top there, right?
It's been one hell of a trading year. LOL, feel old now.
Yeah, bro. Okay, anyways, if you guys want to get the only sale that Maven will ever run this whole year, this is literally the only sale that we're running, right? You can go here in the Discord. There's a maventrading.com/Black Friday, okay? The code is already plugged in when you click this link. 20% off all challenges. It's only for 6 days, right? Missed you too, bud. I'm gonna start streaming again. I've just been busy and lazy and tired and sleeping in. So the days are getting longer, dude. We got only one more month of days getting longer, and then things start getting brighter. And I think in after Christmas I might do a little traveling too. It gets slow and cold here for right around Christmas, so but anyways, you can get cheap accounts on Maven. Maventrading.com/Black Friday. The coupon is Black Tie. You can plug it in. $70 for 20K. Freaking cheap shit, dude. $350 for 100K two-step, right? That's so cheap. 5K, $17. It's the only sale Maven will ever run this year. So go grab it. You only have 6 days, okay? Yeah. I wanted to make a joke. But I don't think I'm allowed to about Black Friday. What I wanted to do is a Black Friday sale only for black guys, right? Obviously, it's a Black Friday. I wanted to do a sale that if you're black, you get a sale. but the team's like, no, you can't do that, dude. You get a percent discount based off of the color of your skin. how much light reflects off of you. I'd have like a 1% discount. The ginger face would not get anything off, bro. I'm way too white for Black Friday. I was gonna do another post. I was gonna do a post this morning, but again, I think I'd get in trouble. I was like, well, I wanted to be like,
Only after verification done.
yeah, you have to do your verify. You have to submit your ID just to get an account. I wanted to do another joke this morning, but I'm pretty sure team wouldn't like it. Post I kind of did, but I didn't do it as bad.
Extra 5% off for people from Africa.
Extra, yeah, exactly. Black Friday. You gotta be black to get it. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna let me into Black Friday. I'm not black enough. Black Friday sounds like a freaking sick nightclub for black dudes. You know what I mean? Like, you're going out clubbing. Where are you gonna go? Black Fridays, right? Sounds like a sick fucking bar, right? It's like, thank God it's Friday. Like, TGIF is like the fucking, like, it's a white girl sort of bar, right? Thank God it's Fridays. Let's go to TGIF. And then they need the opposite, just Black Fridays. Just black dudes.
Can we buy more than one account using Black Friday code?
Yeah, you can. I think you can do as much as you want. I think you can do as much as you want. You can't clip the black jokes. Probably not. Oh, this music, bro. Holy shit. Right, what else should we look at? We're just doing a quick kind of stream here. Tesla fucking mooning. Palantir mooning too, eh? Yeah, Tesla's got a good buy off that. I don't have enough margin to buy anymore. I'm all in the QQQ and Master. I can just add more funds, so I want to buy more Master down here and just add to it, because this is basically Bitcoin. This is just Bitcoin, but like with less margin. Right. I might add more margin and then just buy down here too. Palantir. That's a pretty fine buy down there too. Palantir is just fucking going straight up. I'm not sure if I trust that anymore. You don't want to buy that shit, really. This looks perfectly fine. Like, this month is going to close in a couple days, right? This looks pretty good for Bitcoin. If it does that, fails to make the low, right? Fails to make the new low. That's going to be really good for Bitcoin, actually. Basically, you want to see it close like anywhere above like 87 probably would be good. Right? If it ends up closing back at like 83, 84 here, you're closing with way too much downward momentum that it's going to go to this level, right? But if it closes here, very good chance that we at least come back up here, right? And then you can watch the weekly candles. But this looks good for Bitcoin here. Honestly, I'd be a really heavy buyer here. Like a really heavy buyer here. Just make sure that, you know, you're not going to get liquidated. Like if you're trading on leverage, obviously, like you want to make sure you can go down to probably like 40K. Like that's what you would want to be able to do. Right? But you would just buy here, sell at 160, boom, 2x. There you go. 2x your money. Right? What about gold? Gold looks fine. Like literally everything looks pretty bullish in my mind. Bitcoin's gonna drop. I mean, it already dropped, bro. So like, well, I don't know why you would think it would drop further when it's actually showing pretty decent support here. Right? It's already down like 40%, right? 35%, right? Which is pretty significant now that institutions are in Bitcoin, right? I would still expect a good chance that we do come back down here to 50, 60, right? But I think that would be the ultimate low. I don't think it would go below. I think 46 is the absolute lowest I could see it, right? Which is the yearly level. Right? Which is also an amazing pull for liquidations right here, right? This would be the absolute lowest, right? So anywhere in here, you have fucking generational buys, you know? I want to get your opinion on something a friend offered to fund my trading, and he gets 50% of the profit. What do you think? It's a zero risk. Well, here's the thing. Here's the god honest truth about that, okay? The situation is you have a friend, right? And you both want to make some money. So what's your risk reward here? Well, financially, you have zero risk. If your friend is willing to fund everything, right? You have zero financial risk. But that's not the only thing that matters in life, right? You have a friend, right? So your risk is losing your friend, right? Because if you lose all his money, well, good chance he's going to be pissed off at you, and then you're going to lose that friend, right? Or you're going to have to make it back to him somehow or something like this, right? And I've made a mistake like that before, right? Not in that exact sense. Basically what happened was when I was a guru, right? One of these kind of like fake guru sort of bullshit where I sold courses and shit, right? Somebody approached me and they're like, "Hey, I have $100,000. I'm going to give you it. Like I'm going to give you the logins to my account, not give you the money, but give you the logins to the account and we'll split the profits." And I did that. And then all I did is just like set it up to a bot, right? I didn't even trade it because I was like, well, there's no point in trading this because it's 100%. I was like, it's only profit. It can only be profitable for me, right? So I just set it up for a bot. It ended up blowing money, right? And then that ended up ruining my career, right? Like my YouTube sort of career, because it caused a lot of FUD, right? And then it blew up, like, and then I didn't know how to manage my emotions properly. I was young. I was like 25, right? And then I freaked out and I stopped making YouTube videos. And then I, you know, because I had so much shame that I actually ended a very profitable career for myself, right? Which had nothing to do with that guy. Right? So there's different risks to personally, I would never trade somebody's money. I would never offer, and I get offered like every single week. Somebody's like, "Hey, I've got 10 grand. Can you trade it for me?" No, fuck off. right? And like they're friends, right? They're like, why not? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, first of all, your amount of money is meaningless to me. I don't give a fuck, right? Second of all, I would rather not lose our friendship off of the factor that potentially we could lose money, right? The money is not important. Just invest. I'll tell you what to do. Buy Bitcoin. That's what you do. And then it's up to you. You know what I mean? Fuck those guys that wanna base, like, think of it this way, dude. Think of it this way. Also, it's kind of really insulting, right? Let's say you're a good trader, right? And somebody comes up to you and they're like, "Hey, can you trade my money for me and make me money, and then we'll split the profit?" Think about any other industry in the world, okay? And then does that make any sense? Like, imagine I'm like a coal miner or something like that, right? And then somebody comes up to me and be like, "Hey, I have a backyard you can just fucking do work in, and then I'll just take your money." Like, I'm trying to make like a metaphor here, but like, you know what I mean? Like, it makes no fucking sense. Hey, can you use your skill to make me money? It's super offensive if you think about it. Hey, you spend a lot of time figuring out how to master a skill to make money. You know what I mean? It's like, imagine you had a really good skill at like flipping Pokemon cards from like garage sales, right? Your friend comes up like, "Hey, I could join you and like I'll take half the profit." Like, what the fuck do you have to offer? Gas money? Hey, let me just leech off of your incredibly high value skill. Anyways, I think there was a couple funny clips in there. We're gonna we got a podcast tomorrow. Yeah, Silas is back. Meow 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 meow. We got podcasts tomorrow. I don't think there's much to trade right now. We're just kind of jumping on, so just updating you guys overall. We'll look at the markets again tomorrow. Hopefully after the podcast, okay? And we'll see if we can do some trading. Right, ciao. Take care, guys. We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully.